I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If you just big chop, or you're thinking about big chopping, or you're transitioning first and you're going to big chop, you might not feel liberated. A lot of natural girls are some of the best salespeople you'll ever meet, because they're able to have you feeling like so hyped up, ready to free yourself from the shackles of relaxers and just chop your hair off, and you just be feeling so liberated and so at peace with your inner self and your true self and ready to fight white supremacy and everything. But just because you go natural don't mean you're going to feel that way when you chop it off. And it also don't mean that you're going to be Black Power, Black Panther somebody. You just might feel embarrassed. I felt embarrassed when I cut my hair off. I was embarrassed, and I was ready for somebody to come at me the wrong way and say something smart about my hair. I was ready for them. Didn't happen, but for a lot of people, it does happen. I've seen girls telling their stories all the time on Tumblr, talking about their experiences and with people saying things and touching their hair and stuff. And just because that's not your story doesn't mean that's not anybody else's story either. And a lot of natural girls forget that they can say that all journeys are different, everybody has an individual journey, but they haven't internalized that thought, that mindset to realize that what worked for me and what my experiences are doesn't mean it's going to happen for you. It's not going to be the same thing for you. And we so ready to fight anybody that says something bad about not being natural, ready to fight somebody that says something about afros, and we're all, I'm gonna rock my carefree hair with pride, whatever. Then we see somebody and we know they're natural, and then they go get a wig or a weave, and then we're just like, who she think? Why is she doing that? She's fake. The whole point of us having our natural hair is not to fight anything. It's just our hair. That's how our hair grows out of our heads. White girls go and put extensions in their hair. If I feel like if I want extensions or a weave in my hair, I'm going to do that. And it doesn't mean it's going to be braids or Molly twist or kinky twist or something like that. I feel like wearing this wig here on the day that I really don't feel like taking my Duke braids out, I'm going to wear this wig. And I don't care what you have to say about it. Because I know I'm natural underneath it. And I know that whenever I'm ready to wear my hair out in the afro or whatever, I will do that. This scarf, like, it seems like one of the other standards for natural girls where they go and put the whole scarf on their head tight and then they twist it and a little ball thing on the forehead. I think it's cute, but I don't think it works for me. But if I'm in a rush, I'll put it on if I want to, but that doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean that that's the standard. We don't have a standard. Our hair, just like our hair is versatile, so is our methods and our habits and everything. It seems to be like this thing where I see all the time was, you have some girls with 4C hair that are just comfortable and with their hair and comfortable with their routines and styles and stuff. They have their thing down. And then you have other ones that are just so frustrated and they hate it, and then they hate the hair typing chart because it means they can't do X, Y, Z. First of all, that's not what the hair typing chart is saying, that you can't do certain things with your hair. It's just giving you a basis to start off of. If you are inexperienced with caring for your hair, it's giving you a basis to go off of so you can branch out and try different products. But if you have nothing, if you know nothing, it's helping you find square one to start at. If you just listen to it and try what it's saying sometimes, you will notice that those things are telling you, like thicker products, you will find that it really does help you out. It really does work for you. It really does help. Also, people that are obsessed with definition and twist outs and stuff, and they're like, why won't my twist out work, and why won't it hold my hair in clumps and etc. Guess what? This right here is a twist out. Your style, your routine is literally that. Is yours. Twist out doesn't mean it has to be like those little pick stitch tutorials that are posted all over the place. You don't, that's what they did, and if that's what you're trying to achieve, fine, that's cool, whatever, do whatever you want to. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it all the time. That doesn't mean that you failed. You can try and experiment. You can use that person's routine, that person's technique as a basis, and then remix it as your own. If you've been natural for a long time, don't get into that place where you feel like you're better than somebody and you're going to shame somebody for putting a weave in their hair, or using something that you don't use. And if somebody feels like giving up and they don't feel like they want to be natural anymore, don't shame them for it. You're basically doing exactly what you hate for people to do to you whenever you see a little child that's been told that they can't have an afro puff or some braids in the schools. We keep having these stories and we want to get mad about it, but then we want to sit there and talk to somebody else that has something to say, and we'll talk to them crazy like, why are you going to go and do that to your hair? Why are you going to do this, that, and the other? When you have this certain tone, it may not be always in your words, but it is there. Even with typing, there is a tone when you say things to certain people. And that's why a lot of times, like, I won't say something to somebody on Tumblr because I know that a lot of y'all be ready to jump on them. Oh my gosh, y'all waste no time to kill somebody. But a lot of times I'm just trying to ask them a question and then y'all just be ready to just attack them. And we can't do that all the time. You're not going to win nobody over talking to them in any kind of insulting way. If you see somebody needs help, or see somebody did something wrong, or see somebody that, you know, they tried something and it didn't turn out how they wanted to, just help them. If you see somebody whose hair just is looking a hot mess, if that's how they want it, fine. But if that's not how they want it and you just want to make sure, just make sure. Just ask them. Don't come at them like, how dare you talk about us and your hair is looking like that. You better have a seat over there in the corner with your face on the wall. Can't do that. We can't be what we're fighting against. Because you know what that's called? A contradiction.